I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video, something a little bit different. No, I'm not starting a career mode, although I'm not against it. I've tried it before and it just doesn't really work on this channel. But something that I think is interesting is they released a bunch of Soccer Aid stuff in Ultimate Team yesterday, and they mentioned it, of course, in a little pop-up. It is a charity event which obviously helps children around the world, which is a fantastic cause. If you weren't aware, they do hold a charity game once, I think it's every 2 years now. It used to be once every year. They changed it once every 2 years, I think. And of course it's hosted on ITV, and they play in a pretty big stadium in England, and of course they invite loads of celebrities, but they also invite past players, so icons, right? Legends of the game. Now what's interesting is they are now in, or they have been in FIFA for a long time. You can use them in Ultimate Team, of course, but now you can use them in a UNICEF Soccer Aid sort of kickoff thing, but the players are in the main database, but now you can add them, because they are technically part of a team, to any team in the game. Now I've done that, but I've done it in a different way. I've not added a full 11. It's more or less a full 11, but it's not really a full 11. There are one or two spaces that aren't filled within Norwich. I looked at the Premier League. Norwich are rock bottom, so I thought, let's give them a lot of players. We're going to sim forward, and we're going to see how well they do. We'll look at some profiles and things. We might even go into one game and have a little knockabout with the team. But the other thing I've done to make it just a little bit more spicy is I've put some icons in their respective clubs. Now, not all icons are available. For instance, Jari Litmanen isn't in the Soccer Aid team. Ian Wright isn't in the Soccer Aid team. And there are loads more as well. Pele and Maradona are, but I've not included them just to make it a little bit more fun rather than having the very best icons in the game available. So, for example, I've put Ian Rush in Liverpool. I've put Alan Shearer in Newcastle. Peter Schmeichel is at Villa, not Man United, because I've given them Roy Keane. Zola has gone to Chelsea. I've done that for nearly all of the icons. I mean, obviously there were doubles, right? So Giggs and Keane could have gone to Man United, but I didn't want to make them too overpowered, so I just gave them Roy Keane. I've left Giggs out. The team I've assembled for this Norwich side, none of them have obviously previously played. I don't think none of them have previously played. The team I've assembled looks like this. We have Henrik Larsson up front, Alessandro Del Piero as the cam, Ronaldinho as the other cam, John Barnes on the left. I know he used to play for Liverpool amongst others, but like I said, didn't want to make it too unfair. And I know this is a bit unfair because I've got some ridiculous players in here, but if any of them pick up an injury, I'm not going to have backup. I don't have a right back or a centre back, as well as a right mid. Bit of a weak right-hand side there, really. Of course, Roberto Carlos in at left-back. Maldini comes in at centre-back. Van der Sar in goal. I know I'm more than likely, with Seedorf in the middle as well, I know I'm more than likely to win the league here. And that's fine, because this is only a bit of fun. I'm only going to do the sim through the one season. But I am going to go into the transfer market and try and boost that, or bolster that centre-back. Potentially the right mid-roll as well. We've got 20-something million right now, but we have a completely full squad that we don't need. So I want to try and get rid of the majority of these and put the money into a better right mid, potentially a better centre-back. Use Godfrey as a backup. And we'll probably keep Aarons in there at right back, because why not? Now, I do have some pre-season friendlies to get through. So what we're going to do is just sim through these very quickly. We are about to embark on the Premier League. I've gone out and bought two players, one of which is a bit of a meme. Dejan Lovren cost 10 million. Not exactly a fantastic defender, but alongside Maldini, I'm sure he can teach Maldini a thing or two. And then, of course, we've got Dembele. I went from the very top of European talent down to glassware. I'm not saying Dembele's not very good, but if you breathe on him, he will be injured for 6 months. The problem is, Sancho, they wanted like 100 plus. I don't have that, so couldn't do it. Gareth Bale, Zidane was adamant that he wanted 60 million. I didn't have 60 million, plus then his wage would have... Well, I could have maybe stretched to 60, but the problem with that is then his wage is like 200,000-300,000, so I can't... That's ridiculous, right? I can't afford that. Then I went to Gnabry, Bayern said absolutely no way, but you can pay his release clause of 73 million. Fine, I'll go for Dembele. I still had to pay 54 million for him. Thankfully, we had that, and his wages were low enough that I could get him on board. We had 10 million left, and I went and snagged Lovren for that 10 million. Klopp wanted 12. I laughed in his face. He said, yeah, fair enough. Give me 10. We'll call it quits. He knew he was fleecing me, but it's fine. That team right there would be good enough if they were all in their prime, which, by the way, they are not, because you can see that John Barnes is currently 55 years of age. Ronaldinho, 39. Larsson's 47. Del Piero's 44. Seedorf in the middle, if it lets me select him, 43. Maldini is 51. Carlos, 46. And Van der Sar is 48. So John Barnes being the oldest, it's a bit of a geriatric squad, but we will save that and I will go and skip. And what I'm going to do now is actually skip to January the 1st, and we'll see exactly where we are come the January window. Not that we're going to have any money. In fact, what I'll do is I'll skip till January the 2nd so that we don't have to wait to see what happens in that Palace game. So here we are then. We're fresh out of the first half of the season, and we're about to find out where we are in terms of the league table. Well, we would do, but we have an FA Cup game on the agenda next. So what I'm going to have to do is pick competition, Premier League, and we're top of the Premier League. We have only conceded 15 goals, not the best defensive record in the league. Maldini must be letting the side down. Must be. We've lost one, drawn one, and won 19 of 21 games. That is... yeah, that's very Liverpool-esque, isn't it? 58 points. Speaking of Liverpool, they are right behind us. They haven't lost yet, which is typical of them. Man City then in 3rd, Spurs 4th, Man United in 5th, Villa up in 6th. It's interesting that Villa's all the way up there because all I've done with Villa is I've given them Peter Schmeichel, who is, of course, 90 rated, but the fact that I've only given them a goalkeeper and they are all the way up there. I've given Arsenal, by the way, Sol Campbell. Now, I would have given them Ian Wright, but he's not available in the Soccer A team. Newcastle have Alan Shearer. They're up in 9th. Chelsea have been given Zola, and they are down in 12th. So he's either injured or Chelsea are just that bad. And I, of course, haven't given anyone else to anyone else. If Matt Letizia was in the game, he would have gone straight into Southampton. But, yeah, not bad. I don't think Liverpool are there purely because of the fact that I've given them Ian Rush. It's the only player that I've given them. I know I could have given them Kenny Dalglish, but I gave him Rush before I even saw Dalglish on the sheet. So that's my bad, really. I didn't want to give them 2 players because they already had a team capable of winning the league anyway. But turns out we are 5 points ahead and doing just a little bit better. There we go then. There doesn't appear to be a fixture after Manchester City, so it would appear that we have not made it to the final of the FA Cup, which is perhaps a little bit disappointing, but at the same time means I don't have to play a game. I can see that we've won the league, though. 102 points with 2 defeats, 3 draws, 33 wins, 99 goals scored. That is a little bit disappointing that we've not managed to crack the 100. Liverpool finished 2nd, Man United finished 5th. Chelsea somehow managed to turn around their fortunes and finish in 8th, albeit not a great finish for them really, considering they were given Zola. Villa had Schmeichel, Newcastle had Shearer. They are all in a line, and none of the other teams down there had icons. So, I mean, incidentally, Wolves and Spurs and Man City, although I'm not really counting Man City because they've got a squad, an unridiculous... Look at that. Liverpool have gone all season without losing. I've only just realised that. They've gone all season without losing a game, which means we didn't beat them on 2 occasions, and they still didn't win. That is such a Liverpool thing to do. What happened on the final day of the season? We beat Chelsea 2-0, of course we did. Would like to go and have a look at the FA Cup, though. What happened there? Chelsea, Manchester City final. Man City beat Leeds in the semis. We got knocked out. Manchester City, well. I mean, even with a whole team of icons, not quite whole, because obviously Aaron's at right back, Dembele in there as well. I don't think there was another player that I bought, was there? So, yeah, with a whole team of icons, more or less, you still can't win every cup competition. What happened in the League Cup, actually? Did we win the League Cup? That was a thing. That we were in and around there. No, we lost to Liverpool on penalties. They beat us 5-4. Well, if we were going to lose to anyone, I would have chosen Liverpool. Beat Chelsea 3-1 on aggregate. They beat Man City and then beat us in the final. So we're only taking the Premier League title this season. That's mad though that you can fill a team full of superstars and win the league. Apparently, the manager, or rather the club, the board, not happy with me. The rating up there is 67. There must be something in that. Not too familiar. Below target. I'm not too familiar with career mode to know what the hell is going on here. So the board wanted us to win the FA Cup, and they are bitterly disappointed. Finished the season with 9 million unspent. Right, that didn't really work. They wanted us to finish in Champions League. They didn't want much, Norwich tipped for relegation in real life, and they wanted us to make it into the Champions League places. Would like to have a look at some of the fixtures though, just to see. Like I said, if you want to do this yourself, so we beat Man City 2-1 there. I want to look at the Liverpool fixtures more than anything, because obviously if they didn't lose a single game. So what happened with our game? So this is the cup game. We know that we lost on penalties, and in the league we drew 0-0. That would have been a nerve-wracking game. Wolves over here, we beat them 4-1, considering they finished very high up. Maybe a little bit surprising. Beat Newcastle 3-1 as well. Yeah, so if you want to do this yourself, the link for the video is down below. It's quite easy, really. All you need to do is go into download the latest squads, then go into club transfers, and just search up the players that you want and then put them in whatever club you want. You don't have to take a player out to put a player in. You just put them wherever you want. You can put them in as many teams as you want. You can put them all in one. You can spread them around. You can do whatever you want. The only thing I will say is that... we lost to Spurs in the league. That's not great. The only thing that I will say is, unfortunately, what tends to happen, given the fact that these players are unbelievably old, what happens is that they will retire at the end of the season. Not all of them. I mean, on this occasion, maybe all of them. I don't know, but I was told about it, and the person who told me did it with a full squad, and he took Newport County all the way up the divisions and what have you. But at the end of the first season, only 2 of his entire squad didn't retire. So just bear that in mind. It was Jens Lehmann, I think, and Ronaldinho were the only 2 players not to retire. So yeah, just bear that in mind, that if you do plan on doing this, you can't play with them every single time. Golden Boot. Let's have a look at that. Del Piero won it, but only just 30 goals. Henrik Larsson down there at 20 goals. Mane was very close with 28. That was a very close run thing. And of course, top assists went to Bruno Fernandes with 15. 2 Norwich players then coming in second and third. Seedorf and Roberto Carlos down there as well. Of course, if this was like human controlled, I think things would maybe be a little bit different, but it is. I mean, it's a little bit of fun. If you're not into Ultimate Team and you want a little bit of fun, or maybe you are into Ultimate Team but you just don't care about it too much at the moment, or maybe you're watching this before 6 o'clock, go and try it out. Chuck a few of your favourite icons, provided they're in the Soccer A team, into a team and go try it out. It's particularly good if you support a team that have or are represented by a lot of icons in the game. So, for example, Dalglish, Barnes, Rush, Michael Owen. I don't know if there are any more, but I mean, those are just Liverpool players. Obviously, Jari Litmanen should be there, as well as maybe a couple of other icons, I think, are from Liverpool in the game. But only the ones in the Soccer 8 squad are there. But still, a very fun thing to do. Obviously, I didn't play the games, but if you're into that sort of thing, then crack on. Just a little video to show you what you can do. And Norwich winning the league, which is something you probably won't see for a while. But if you have enjoyed this, and I would say maybe you want to see more of this type of thing, but to be honest, probably not, then do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.